truth. But let's also talk about the fact that the whole contempt that your ego had for anything that was light, that was loving, that was the truth. I mean, that kind of blew me away that you could own that.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't easy because thinking that you're a child of the light, right?
Yeah.
But
was
it's
saying
not necessarily
I am.
true.
Right.
Yeah. And just kind of seeing how, I've been that character Cypher. That
in the Matrix that was betraying everybody.
Yeah, the
pretending
Judas
to
character
be,
and all that stuff. How I was really someone who wanted to justify its ego and to maintain that whole thing. And then when you see someone who's holding light, you're in seeing your own potential and saying, no, I have to tear that person down because I don't want to grow.
Yes. And seeing that, oh my God, I'm that snake in the garden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's scary to look at, right?
Yeah, it was definitely hard. And even now, I'm not really beating myself up about it as much as I was before because I know that that's another trick of my ego.
Yeah.
But
and we're going to cover that in the next segment because the ego is very crafty.
Yeah.
And it knows how to, when it's lost that one battle, it's determined not to lose the war. And so it will evolve as you evolve, and it will take on a whole new persona. So when we come back after commercial break, we're going to talk about how sophisticated and tenacious your ego can become in its desire not to transcend well and to keep you hopelessly divided against yourself and in this state of psychotic schizophrenia. You're listening to Divine Love Talk. I am your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant. And we're talking about the Course in Singularity on my website, drparthenia.com, and how you can do the work to transcend your ego.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Hey guys, Ryan the Rhino DeSico here for my friends at Liberty HealthShare. If your healthcare has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up, because you do have options. Liberty HealthShare could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty HealthShare. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your healthcare. Liberty HealthShare offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty HealthShare offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty HealthShare today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today.
Okay, we're back talking about singularity and transcending the duality of your ego, and how the ego knows all of your weaknesses, and how as you make one breakthrough, it will say, okay, but I know who you are, and how it will just become smarter and more clever. So it begins with looking at what your weaknesses are and owning them. So Vanessa, can you talk about, how we really had to break that down, that you have been the ultimate control freak?
Oh yeah.
And this incredible need for approval.
Yeah, I mean,
Mixed with arrogance on top of that.
Those three things are like my main issue, is the
Yes.
need for control, because it's like built into that whole need for approval is the need to control what others think about me.
Exactly.
And to try to make
Instead
people
of just
think-
being a good person,
Yeah.
let me
try to
pretend to be
and-
good.
Yeah, and then show people, like, now that I'm trying to be good, I noticed that I had that another game that you pointed out to me, and I'm like, yeah, I see the game where I'm like, yeah, see, look, I'm doing good, and it was,
Now give me 3 gold stars.
yeah, and
No, really, I want 10.
yeah.
3 wasn't enough.
Like, you guys, I took out the trash. Like, this is big for me. I never take out the trash. Like,
Exactly.
like, praise me.
I actually walked my own dog.
I know. I'm wonderful.
What you want for a nickel?
Yeah, and I like how now you're like, no, this is just common decency, Vanessa.
This is what other people do, like in the real world.
Yeah, it's just as a part of being.
Nobody
an
looks
actual
for
human
gold
being.
stars and accolades for picking up after yourself,
Yeah, and
for doing your homework.
yeah, I know. It's crazy.
But in terms of being able to identify that, talk about how your ego has gotten a little more sophisticated, and yet how you have had to outsmart it every step of the way.
Yeah, like I've always noticed these accusatory projections from my ego, and so what I would do
That
is
you listen to
that I listen to
and argue with.
and then I argue because I'm trying to control those thoughts, and I'm like, no, that's not me. That's not how it is. And then it's like,
Instead of just observing it.
yeah. And then this whole need for approval comes in, and it's like, oh, well, other people think this about you. And it's like, no, that's not true. And then it's like,
Which is projecting things on other people
yeah.
that have nothing to do with the truth.
And I literally had to be like, okay, what am I doing? Like, this is some silliness. Like, no. I said, no, I'm not going to take this. I'm not doing this with you. Absolutely not. I had to almost kind of get a little angry with it. Like, no.
More like firm.
Yeah,
You
firm.
know, and setting
firm.
boundaries, because you got to
Yeah.
remember to look at your ego as a terrible 2-year-old.
Yeah.
That's going to throw tantrums if it cannot have its way, and it is wrong. It's going to be as wrong as 2 left
Yeah.
feet. You're never going to make 2 left feet right. Okay.
Right.
So, but it's always going to try to make two left feet right.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you would sit and argue with the 2-year-old.
Like Gollum.
Yeah. What is that? Yes.
Okay.
And I love the fact that Carly posted
Oh, I know.
that video of Gollum, because when you can look at, and let's talk about laughing,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the whole importance of laughter in terms of quieting your ego. It can't stand to be laughed at.
No, it's like, oh, you're making fun of me. You're putting me down.
I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Okay, so the what's really important is developing a sense of humor. About yourself, and then literally being able to just move into not being so serious about
Yeah.
everything and staying in the moment.
Yeah.
So talk about how that has been helping you.
Well, staying in the moment, I noticed that there's no room for the ego. But when I get out of it, the only thing that has helped me, and it's usually when I get tired, the only thing that's helped me is to say, okay, like I have no control over this. It is what it is. Just don't judge yourself, because that's really where I go backwards. And
And the ego loves that.
Yeah. And then like setting the intention. Okay, the intention is to know that I'm not this.
Yes.
And then after I let that go, somehow after I do it a couple of times, it really becomes like I become that intention.
Yes.
And I can embody it in that moment.
Exactly. And it's so important to not allow the ego, once you've had a breakthrough and you're doing really good, and then you fall off the bandwagon, not to allow your ego to beat you up.
Yeah.
Because then it wants you to go into a downward spiral, and that aspect of doing a checkpoint and forgiving yourself. So one of the things what are the checkpoints that I've asked you to do when you're starting to go into a downward spiral? What are you going to look at?
Just to recognize that, okay, I see that either this is something that's coming up that needs to be, that's a lesson. Mm-hmm. I'm being tested, because you will be tested
yes.
when this stuff comes up. And
No
I
two ways
recognize
about
that immediately. I said, okay, I see what's going on. But clearly there was some stuff that I had not let go,
And there always is.
Yeah. And so I walked into it from that perspective and said, okay, this is just another challenge. I know that this is not me ultimately, and I have to break through this in order for me to get to the next level.
And what about the whole physical component of us not taking care of ourselves?
Oh my gosh.
So what's the
Yeah.
checklist that you guys are being asked to look at in the course?
Are you tired?
Am I tired, number
have
one?
Have you eaten?
Have
is
you
your
eaten?
blood sugar low? Is it too high?
How about water?
Oh yeah, water. And I forget that all the time.
Why do I just need a nap?
Right.
Or like a 2-year-old, do I just need time out?
I mean, seriously though,
I
like
need to just take a walk outside.
I have to do that. I am literally like that cranky baby.
Yeah.
Who's
2-year-old.
like, I need
Vanessa,
a nap."
go get some water.
Yeah. And I'll wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I'm fine. I'm good.
And go, like, I've seen you, like, go for hours
yeah.
with nothing to eat, no water.
Yeah.
And then your brain is starting to fry. And I'm going, Vanessa, okay, we're working on something and you're making mistakes. You're not making any sense. And I'm going,
Yeah.
Vanessa, okay, you need to take a break. No, I got this.
Yeah, because my ego's telling me in that moment, like, oh, Dr. Grant's like, you got to push yourself. You can't be lazy. If you take a nap, you failed. You can't take a nap. You
Even
gotta
when I'm
finish
saying,
this.
Vanessa, let's take a break.
Yeah. And I had to keep reminding myself, no, remember your ego is lying to you. Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing, I think if you can keep that in the forefront,
Yeah.
just the possibility that it might not be true, what your
Yeah.
ego is saying to you.
Right. And then like sometimes I'll like, with that whole approval thing, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a little tired. Like, go take a nap. I'm like,
Thank you.
oh, okay.
Take a break.
I have permission to go take a nap, and
come back refreshed.
yeah, because because having depression for so long, my naps were all day. So, I'll just take a nap for 18 hours and wake up still groggy, and
more tired.
Yeah.
And more self-loathing because you didn't get anything done.
Yeah.
But what's the difference now that you are actually in a more disciplined routine?
That when I wake up, I already know what I have to do. I have my checklist. I get up and I actually like working.
Right.
Like, it's fine. Surprise.
Even though you had identified with being lazy.
Yeah.
Or what we from Texas call trifling.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Trifling.
I mean, that was the funniest thing. I was just like, Vanessa, it's okay. Just admit that you're trifling.
Yeah.
Admit you like being lazy.
Right.
Admit you want everybody to serve you and do everything for you.
Yeah.
And once you can embrace that, then you can transcend it.
Yeah.
But if you can't even like own the truth
And
about
you're beating yourself up about it, it's like, oh, I don't want to look at that, and I can't change it, you know?
And what is that about? You can't change something. Oh, seriously.
I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I'm not getting it. Like, I mean, I probably do, but I need to sit down and think about it. But that whole thing of I can't change it's that whole like, I don't know, like that whole what's that thing, that whole self-fulfilling prophecy that is built into
the
many
belief.
people. Yeah.
The belief that oh my God, yeah, I know so many people. It's just like, oh, Dr. Grant, you don't understand. That's just impossible in my culture.
Yeah, and especially as a Black woman, this whole thing of you can't do that. You know,
you
it's
have
not
all of
possible.
these obstacles and all of these things culturally and in society that are preventing you from doing that.
Right, and I never really realized how deep I had embodied it and how deeply it was embodied, you know, within my family, because I spent time with my aunt this past weekend, and seeing that same mentality within her. She's extremely smart, but she also has that whole like
disempowerment.
I can't do that, you know. The man is getting you down, but guess what? The man is getting everybody down.
The system
no exceptions.
The system is designed to control anybody who gives their power away. So at the end of the day, the course is really about people stepping into their sovereignty and realizing that they are infinite beings, and that you've given your power and your control away to a 2-year-old tyrant who is also an idiot. How could it possibly know more than you?
I know.
How could something that is an illusion, that should be your shadow,
right?
How could you allow that to lead you down the primrose path of self-destruction? That's the question we have to ask ourselves.
I think where I have gotten caught up in is the ego has this way of causing these emotional reactions. And the emotions, when they hit you physically,
control you. And you go into this spiral.
Right. And, you know, we think we're only physical beings, that this is all there is. And when you have these emotions.
And you're letting your emotions run your life and ruin your life.
And you know what?
Negative emotions.
Right. And what trips me out, too, is like, I remember telling like one of my coworkers a while back, I said, you know, we actually have, I didn't believe it at this time. I said, we actually can choose what we can feel or not. And then he looked at me, and he's really smart. He's like, no. Smart people don't even believe that.
And give their power away. And see, that was the other thing with you that I really had to get you to look at, is that, you know, it's one thing to talk the talk.
Oh, yeah.
But really walking the walk, that's what this is all about. That's what the journey to empowerment is all about. And you were so good at quoting the truth.
Oh, yeah.
But not embodying one bit of it.
No. Not one iota.
And that's the lie.
Yeah.
You know, and the inauthenticity, and then not wanting to be caught.
Oh, yeah.
In the lie, and wanting to prove that you're not a liar.
But while lying to myself.
Yes.
Oh,
but what about that moment of relief? I mean, I saw you. I mean, it was just like, you took this breath, and I said, now, don't you feel better?
Yeah.
Just being able to be who you are.
But you know what?
That was enough for me.
Yeah.
In that moment, I was just like, look, if it just gets, if this is as good as it gets, hey, look.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
You know what kind of scared me though? Like in that, and I know this is another ego game, where it's like, if you admit that you have done that, then you are a bad person, which I have already been doing bad stuff, right?
And you're condemned forever.
Yeah, and then it's like, if you admit it and if you own it, then you somehow like you're can't
unlovable?
change, or like oh, I don't want to go fully into that. Like there was a part of me that was fighting it, that didn't want to do all those things, but I was doing them.
Yeah.
But then I was like, if I admit it, then I get lost in all of that. But then you kind of like were like reining me back in and saying, no, that's not true. I'm not judging you. You kept reminding me, just recognize it and move on.
Yeah,
Recognize
that's
it and change the behavior.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the denial for people, at least for me, and I've seen in some of my family members comes in. If you admit that you have an issue, then you become that issue.
Yeah.
It's this whole
You
like,
identify with the negative.
which they already have. So
Yes.
it's this weird.
Yeah, and it was like, and I was looking at you and going, but look, there's nowhere for you to run. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
is seeing through everybody now. I mean, look at how the politicians are being exposed. And it's like, okay, so you're going to stick your head in the sand like an ostrich, and you really think people don't see what you're doing?
That was my spirit animal.
Right? The
Ostrich.
ostrich, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just watching everybody's behavior and going, okay, well, the emperor has no clothes on, and I'm going to be the one to say it.
Yeah.
You walking around, you have no clothes on.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going, oh, emperor, look at those beautiful, garments you have on.
Yeah.
And he's walking around butt naked, and everybody's scared to say it. But somebody has to be that little kid who says,
Yeah.
oh, look, the emperor has no clothes on. And I've always been that kid.
And thankfully, I had you and a room full of people who showed me that the game was up. And even though
But you were still trying to play it with me
yeah.
later.
And I kind of like, I'm so hard-headed that I have to literally come to a point where it's like, okay, well, where else do I have to go?
And that's what I kept
know.
saying, Vanessa, where are you going to hide now?
Right.
Okay, and look.
Okay, I'll come to the good side. It's over. Fine. It's up.
But not really. Not
Yeah.
really. You were just like, no, I ain't coming over there, to be my greater yet to become.
Yeah.
But look here, I'll be in the middle now.
Yeah. I'll mosey on over there when I'm ready. I'll get there.
But I in that moment, I'm not sure that you actually believed it, but you at least saw that there was more than one option.
Yeah.
right?
That whole
there was more than the black and white
catastrophizing.
thinking.
Yeah.
So that was a very defining moment, and that's really important for anyone who truly wants to break through their ego. And at the end of the day, it requires a dedication to wanting the truth.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. So you're listening to Divine Love Talk. I'm your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant. You can check out information on the Course in Singularity at drparthenia.com. I'm so grateful that Vanessa was willing to come in the studio today and be very candid, very honest with everybody about how difficult this is, but how much fun it is.
Yeah.
And how amazing you feel when you step into the truth about who you truly are and your authentic self. So we'll be back wrapping this up after commercial break. You're listening to Divine Love Talk on CRN, and I'm your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you have severe knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. Finally, there's a way to reduce your pain without surgery or taking medications. Call us today and learn how you can qualify to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll even ship your brace for free. If you have excruciating knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving, nearly invisible knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used one, they're comfortable and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise, we're here to take your call. Thank you.
800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. That's 800-290-0759.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was the location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Wow, that went really fast. And what's so crazy is all the problems of the text messages I'm having with people trying to call in. Talk about ego interference. But we're going to wrap this up. But I am excited to announce that I will be speaking at the Conscious Life Expo in February. It's coming up really, really soon. It's the weekend of the 10th through the 12th. I'm speaking on the 12th. On quantum anti-aging secrets. And I think, I know for a fact, young people, you don't have to age the way that people my age have aged. And so I think you probably want to come and check that out on Sunday. I think it's around, is it 6 o'clock? I'm speaking. But you can go to my website, to drparthenia.com, and click on events, and all the information is there. And you can also apply to enroll in the next session of the course, because I cannot take everybody, and it's not a course for everybody, and not everybody's ready to do the work. But you're welcome to check it out. And so, Vanessa, what would you like to leave the audience with in terms of this breakthrough and why they might want to do the work to do it? I mean, what are the benefits? Like, what's the difference? The before the major breakthrough and the after right now. What's the benefit for you?
Well, I now realize that everything that I really ever wanted, that my ego thought it was giving me, I can actually have, and more, and I don't have to do this whole striving and working hard, not necessarily working hard for it, but this I don't know, this there's a difficulty that your ego will present you with, and the things that you want to attain or you want to do. And I feel like now it's effortless, and I can actually be happy, because that's all I really ever wanted, was to be happy.
And that's the thing that I saw, the major shift that I saw in you is, in all the years that I've known you from the first time you were in my class, I just, genuine smiles and happiness and joy and the playfulness that I'm seeing in you now, it's really, really miraculous.
No,
because and I just look at people who have chosen to allow their lives to be ruled and ruined by their ego, and how it has affected their health. And how miserable they are, and their relationships. So if you could, address that for a minute.
Well, I feel a lot better. In terms of my energy, I feel like I can go and get through the day. And
And what about your accomplishment
Oh,
in terms
yeah.
of getting things done?
I can actually get things done and not like say, oh, I'm going to do it and then not do it. I'm keeping my word a lot more,
And what about self-esteem?
oh, yeah. Like, I definitely feel a lot better about myself. I can look in the mirror and say, hey, Vanessa, you're cute. And then like not in an arrogant way,
Right,
but
yeah.
like,
but embrace
Yeah.
who you are.
yeah.
And what about the feeling of competence?
Oh yeah, like now I feel like I could do anything. And she's telling me, you can solve any problem. And my I am presence can solve any problem.
How about that? And you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
So, so what I'm going to close with is you can keep talking the talk, or you can talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah.
Because we are infinite beings and we're capable of so much more than we have limited ourselves to by being a slave of your ego.
And eating
So-
wolf cookies.
Yeah, eating wolf cookies. Okay, don't be Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, you've been listening to Divine Love Talk. Check out the course in Singularity at drparthenia.com, and come on out to the Conscious Life Expo on the 12th. A lecture is free,
Yay.
and I'd like to meet you guys, hang out with you. All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channel